Well, clearly tulisema watu wakituma vitu za Tuesday si tunatuma ma business proposals. People thought we were joking, but now in studio we have our guest already. Now she is a very phenomenal person right here on the Breakfast Vibe Show. How are you this morning? Uko poa?
Yeah.
Uko fiti kabisa?
Yes, I am.
Aha, introduce yourself. The way, who are you? Unajua ile question ya who are you? Ndio hiyo sasa, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Mary Mwathi. I am a baker by passion.
By passion?
By passion. By profession, I am a mathematician. And what else am I supposed to say?
Ngoja kidogo, wewe ni mwalimu wa math ama wewe ni nani? Unajua ukisema you're a mathematician. Tunaogopa kidogo,
Basically, it's more of a science. It's not really education. Because in my undergraduate, I did a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Business. So it's more of a science than an art.
Than an art.
Yeah.
Kidogo hata tumechanganyika. Math ni art. DJ. Hey, math si art bana. Sisi hatujui hivyo. Ati nafaa kuwa easy. Oh my God. Anyway, this is the Breakfast Vibe and umesema you are a baker by passion.
Yeah.
So wewe ukwenda shule kubake?
Okay, I can't really say I went to school per se, but I had some people who took me through the training. There used to be a friend of my mom who used to bake from her house. So there was a time she invited me over. Niende kukaa naye ni learn. And then the other thing about, okay, let's say now the other thing will come of employment. Because I have worked in a bakery before. So to say me now that's where I learned more, there you learn through experience. Yeah, kitu kama.
So when did you really start baking? Because naona ulienda shule, that is 4 years of course.
Yeah.
And then after that, is that when you started baking or did you start even before you finished your coursework?
Well, baking, I started nikiwa third year. Early third year. Because I went to that woman during the long holiday. And then venye nilirudi shule, third year 3.2, 4.1, 4.2. So that's why I went to my ovens and so I started baking when I was still in campus.
So that was more of like a hustle for you when you were in campus.
Yeah, it was a side hustle, yeah.
Great. Hey, watu walianza kupata pesa mapema. So now you who are your clients then when you started baking?
My neighbors, my classmates, my lecturers, and then people from the community. I went to Maseno University. So around the school, napata neighbors who are not really students, they're non-students, but majorly likuwa the students.
Oh, so by then, okay, in as much as yes, you did mathematics and business, were you able to actually balance? Because kuna mse ufanya business lakini kidogo mahesabu inapiga chenga.
No, imagine, I think I did because I graduated on time and with a good honor. So tuseme tu, okay, wanasema, it's more of passion. So somehow it's not that it's hard sana ku balance to say. But I did balance. Sidhani kama ilifika mahali. Though there was a time napata you have some order, you kuna class. But then I don't think ilifika mahali ikakuwa such a big challenge hivyo kusoma na kufanya busy. Ni ile tu kujipanga,
Ni ile tu kujipanga.
Oh, and then I was class rep. So literally nikiona niko na orders mingi.
Unabauzisha class?
Hapana. I used to make sure.
Unabauzisha class?
No, I used to make sure at least it's an inconvenience, kama kuna lecturer alikuwa anataka tukue na class weekends, literally like I would tell the whole class mtu as in let's something like that,
no, but it's very selfish.
No, it was a weekend. Apart from me who was doing business, kuna wengine walikuwa wanaenda church, so naona pia they had their own reasons like mbona unakubali. So me I would say no for my own reason, but also yes, za watu wengine.
Mimi ushaibauzisha class. Me, I just want to know.
No. Ay, class. It was a big class. Like, kama School of Math used to have very big, it's a big class. Napata sasa, for instance, there was watu statistics, actuarial, watu sisi, wa maths business, math econ. So the moment you're bouncing a class, you're literally, kama ni common unit, unasukuma a whole, you cannot, by the way. It wasn't easy to bounce a class for my own. Labda mimi ni bounceisha, but still tena singe bounceisha cause you're a class rep, no. Lecturer anaweza ku-identify, like, wait, math nini, assignments ama something like that. So it wasn't easy to skip also a class. Yeah.
But you still managed to balance.
Yeah.
Now, after your coursework, did you continue to bake in Maseno, or did you relocate? Or sasa ulipata job ingine uko like, okay, let's tuachane na baking kidogo and focus on this. How was it for you after, your university?
Okay. So I think this what happened now after COVID came in 2020. Then we were supposed to do our attachment. I remember there was this lecturer of mine, alikuwa nataka nifanyie attachment yangu School of Math, because I think there was a thing they were launching, so they wanted at least class reps one, because sababu najulikana, they wanted us to do a course, my attachment there. But then I felt like being a young baker, I was like, nishasoma coursework. Let me do something else that will make me improve my skill. Like, sikutaka kwenda kufanya tena hisabu ama, but I didn't want to do my attachment. I wanted to do my attachment in a bakery. Literally, before niende kutafuta attachment, I wanted to be like, let me know how people bake better. You know, sometimes when there's a post cake, somebody's like, mi mwenyewe ama baker nashtuka. So after that, after high school, after 4th year, I didn't go to an attachment in a mathematics, in a something, as in kitu professional with my coursework, nikaenda to a bakery. So I went for my attachment in a bakery. So hiyo time to share relocate shule because of the COVID. Then after my attachment, they offered me an employment. So simi nikakubali kazi kwanza, like I had to accept. Deep down I knew I wanted to learn more of the baking, the operations, all other logistics about running a bakery. Achana hii ya kubikia kwa hostel na hiyo. So when after attachment they gave me an employment, it was COVID time, of course singe katana pia shule hatuko tunarudi hiyo time. So mimi nikaanza kufanya kazi. I did my attachment in Valentine's Cake House in Nakuru. And then I got employment with them in Mombasa. So I came to Mombasa for like almost 2 years later. Then sando nikaacha tena kazi. Then I went back to do my own baking. I went back to my baking now.
No, but huko umemaliza shule by then. Kuna mahali umetaja shule hapo.
Okay. After attachment, in between attachment and employment, we cleared school. So there was the end 4.2 exams, and then there was the graduation in between. So still nilikuwa unapata nimetoka job, nimeenda kumaliza exam. Hatuko tumemaliza because of the COVID. Then nikarudi job, nikatoka job, nikaenda graduation, then nikarudi job. So it was in between there. Yeah.
So now after employment for 2 years now, ukamua, I want to start baking as me. Or what inspired, of course, why did you leave that place to start your own bakery? Okay.
You can say that I didn't really go to start per se, because I was baking
You were
before.
baking before, yeah.
Nile, I just felt no. I think I had learned enough. Alafu Nile, what really made me leave that place to go back, Nile, I felt I had honestly, I just felt I had achieved what I wanted. Because hiyo job nilikuwa, inasemanga, the moment you have that, I knew why I wanted to be in a bakery in the first place.
Yes.
So the moment I felt I have learned, mi venye nilifeel nimefika nimelearn ya kutosha, and then I felt maybe it's time. Also, pia, the way to maybe you can be under employment and then you feel like,
it's not giving.
Yeah. You go like, sasa hapa penye mefika, sasa acha tu, let me, though it wasn't really, because I remember when I was leaving, I wasn't so sure about how to start, considering, like I sold everything about the other baker, my ovens, my tools, my everything. Alafu najua it was almost the election. It was like last year huko August. So sikuwa na ile stamina pia. Unajua tena sasa ile you are realizing that it's not giving you, it's not like you've been saving ati umekuwa ukipanga. Ile sasa inabidi ujipange sasa. So something like that.
This is 31 minutes past 9 a.m. How is your morning? The 8th of August 2023. Of course, we are still chilling with Mary from Shabel. Is it Shabel Bakers?
Shabel Cake
Shabel
Empire.
Cake Empire.
Yeah.
Where? we're dealing with the whole empire right here. So you finished school, you started your own business. No, you went for employment.
Yeah.
Now umeachana na employment ukasema, you know what, I've learned enough, let me go on my own. You don't even have the tools and everything. So how do you start?
How did I start?
Hey, how do you start it?
Well, okay, I guess this is the point now. You start now realizing I have this person, I have my family, I have some good friends, I have, as in, you know, get that. Alafu tena angalia ilikuwa almost the elections. It was in June, July, August. Like it was almost the election time. So by the time I was even quitting, my parents were like, are you really doing the right thing? At this time of the year, this time of the economy, something like that. There was the EO2 pressure elections. You know, people don't know how it's going to be after. But then I just felt, I think by God's timing. I think God's timing. You just find everything just points into that direction. So I remember I went home, literally, like to just stay. Plus nilikuwa nimesema hata nikiacha kazi, I will stay for like 2-3 months. Hivyo tu, like ni to rest, like take a break. But then that previous job was so overwhelming, so I'm like, I just need some time off kwanza. So during that time, now that's when, you know, I have this friend of mine who tell me, what are you doing? What are you up to? So at that moment now I met this friend of mine. I go like, if you want to do your own things, I can help you with this and this. And then my dad, my mom, Evo, so at least, especially now at first it was more of my friend and my parents. Then I stayed home. I remember I stayed home for like 2 months, almost 3, because nilitoka home nikienda kusema nafungua shop sasa. Even my neighbors were like, hey Maria, you know, ulimaliza shule, ulikuwa kazi, now you are home, what are you doing? Like, unajua tunaweza ile umekuja leave, but it's been like 3 months. Okay, 2-3 months unafanya nini? Hadi wako ashaanza kunipea kazi. Unajua kuna relative yangu ako mahali naweza kuulizia job, you know. For a moment I was like, by the way, I did the right thing or the wrong thing. But still, hata kuna mmoja alikuwa ameniambia, because you know I was in Mombasa, I relocated to Nakuru, kwetu ni Nakuru. So I remember there was a friend of mine that alikuwa ameniambia, hadi yuko Mombasa kwa ulikuwa kuna uncle yangu ako huko, enda ufanye job. It was a bank job. But then
lakini Maria kana marafiki wazuri. Mtu anamtafutia job. Umesikia alade? Ana nikuomba tu nashanga.
No, it's true.
Jobs left, right and center.
No, by the way, at that
moment tuliambiwa kuna unemployment pandemic.
It was those days, by the way.
Those days 1 year ago. Webs channel.
Okay, because I had that option, but somehow like, I couldn't go back to employment. So I'll just go do my own thing. So by the time I was starting, I decided to go back to Maseno, by the way. Decided to go back there because I had been in that market. Penetrating it would have been, at least nilikuwa na know how. Like plus nilikuwa najua even if I've lost my whole bunch. You know, just I had left campus for like 3 years your time. So nilikuwa najua watu wenye niliacha, watu wako 4th year ndio niliacha first year. So I knew I had lost my whole market gap. But then I knew it would be easier to penetrate around the institution. So that's what I did. I went back to school. Had bought some few things. And then also, parents and a relative. I also have this uncle of mine who was very supportive. Then he was like, you need this and this and this. Okay, I can help you with this and this. It wasn't really one of when like you're starting something, but they were it was so little. Nile sasa una apply economics, you have so little capital, but you have to start somewhere. So I went back to school to Maseno, then I opened up a shop. That's how now the whole business thing began.
Right. So you opened a small shop in Maseno. And it picked right away. What was the process? Because now what uliacha sijui idea
washatoka nini. By God's grace, just me to God's grace, that shop picked very fast, by the way. Because I remember I broke even within the first month, I think. Like Wanasema there's a song I always hear, they always say when you step into the great unknowing, there you meet the grace of God, you meet what. So by the haikusumbua, though it had its own challenges, but it was okay. I was able to, you started getting orders, you start getting to know more people, you find other people willing to support you. But they come and I know I have this bunch of students. By the time nilipata hao ndo walikuwa tadia for that, they were in for there, they really helped a lot. Like they would come wanisaidie kufanya marketing, they would hype people to come to the shop. Like I just found that family as in support. Like sidhani ninaweza complain about support, external support. Then now ukiongeza that extra grace from God, it wasn't really that bad to say. It was frustrating. Yeah.
Now after that, now how many years or months into your business?
Shabel. From last year September.
From last year September.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're almost a year old.
Yeah.
How has the process been? And of course uli branch to Mombasa.
Yeah.
So hey, in 1 year. So yeah, tell us about that process. How did it come to umetoka, you're still in Kisumu, right? Maseno.
Yeah.
Na bado uka branch to Mombasa.
Yeah.
How was it for you? At what point did you feel like Kisumu imejiweza, imejibeba, wacha nenda nisaidia watu wa Mombasa na keki?
Okay. What? Okay. Being okay, Maseno now you see, the students I was there early, it was September, October, November, December. I knew by the time inafika May, because we are literally at the heart of the Maseno environment at the student base. There kuna students and non-students. You find that economic run more by the population of the students. So nilikuwa najua ikifika around May up to September, now up to this month, the students wataenda attachment, alafu Maseno sio trisem, it has long holiday. So nilikuwa najua itafika long holiday and I will lose like tuseme 70% of my market. So napata nitakuwa na 30. And I started thinking now, I used to have nikafikiria ama niende Kisumu to expand, like to cover up this market in itakuwa imeenda, as in let me expand somewhere. I thought about Kisumu, I thought about the nearest town to Maseno, there's another one called Luanda. But then again, God's grace, I have this friend of mine also. He was like, in fact, I remember I had even looked for a place in Luanda. Like I wasn't supposed to come to Mombasa. I had gone even to Luanda. I had even gotten a place and everything. I was even going to pay the rent of that place. Then something happened and I have this friend of mine. Hadi sayo nikipata hiyo place, sikuwa na hiyo rent yote full. So I told him, by the way, unaweza nisaidia na this amount I wanted to pay a shop, ndo isi. Alikuwa mtu alikuwa ameniambia usipolipa leo itaenda. So he boosted me. I was short of around 18,000. He sent me. Then before I paid, I was like, badala ya kwenda Luanda, you've been in Mombasa, you've done business there, you've been in business there. What about Mombasa? Like if you want to grow, why don't you just usijilimit tena, like dive into that. So I was like, Mombasa by the way, like unajua nilikuwa nimeshafanya kick business, I knew pair 1 2 3 had some strength here and there. Then I decided to come to Mombasa. Mombasa sasa sinaona nao pia nilikuwa nimetoka Mombasa for almost a year ndio nikirudi. So it was more at least I knew places in Mombasa considering nilikuwa nimekaa hadi Bamburi nikifanya job huko. So I was like, instead of even going to get another place in town, why don't I just go place yenye like at least kuna watu, you don't go store like not town people just go there for work. Why don't you just go where people will go back at home, like it will be easier pia. So that's how I came now to Mombasa. Then yeah.
So how has it been for you? And comparing Kisumu and Mombasa, which gives you the vibe? Nigani na kupanga business
the vibe. Okay. Mombasa has more potential considering adukiangalia economy ya hapa, like for instance unajua huko Maseno kwamba it's more than students and student, like students ndo wengi. They don't really like hata pricing ya huko kwetu Mombasa be a little bit higher than Maseno. And going gani najipa poa. I would say I can't really talk much about Mombasa right now because we are now in our 3rd month because nilikuja we just started June and July. So we are in August, literally like this our 3rd month. It has its stuff, by the way, considering everything that's going on. Achana you're starting a business when things are already like, the economy, the things are going up, like it has its challenges, I can tell you by this. Some people are looking at like, oh, Maria, you're doing okay, Maria, by the way, don't usitamani kiatu ya mtu na ujava bado. It has its toughness, iko na challenges zake, but trust me, despite all that, I can just say it's doing okay. It's doing fine. I can't say I'm making losses, but at least my business is so bad when it's making losses. At least, even if it has something small and it returns you to your point of origin, like bora ikupeleki hasara pa se, like inakurudisha penye umeanzia, I can say it's okay. But bado hata sisi we have broken even. I can't say we are getting a lot of orders, we are flocking with but it's promising. Yeah. So Mombasa, to me, it's better. It has more potential other than Kisumu. But yeah, huko it has its own pia huko iko tu.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you make sure, one thing that I think in cakes, unajua mtu akulangi keki kila siku, how do you make sure that you maintain your clientele? Like mtu akienda hataenda the next bakery, atakuja kwako atakuja Shabel Cake Empire.
To maintain our clientele, first thing I will say, it's the quality. Like I wouldn't want to jeopardize my quality. Ati upate kitu, once you get something good, tendency yako ya kurudi, you got a good cake, you got it on time, you got it the way you wanted it. So next time utenda labda tuwe mwenye ufeel, let me just try another place. But that utility, satisfaction of a client on the product itself, to me it's my first priority. I would go for quality first. Then the other thing, okay, quality, reliability, then the other thing, we always have our loyalty cards. Anytime somebody places an order, you get a card with us. The card always, it has like 5 empty slots. So you place your first order, we like tonight fill, then you have 4 more. The moment you reach on the 5th one, you can redeem that loyalty card with us. And I don't really put it like ati ni wewe moja peke yake, ati that card is yours. You're allowed to refer. So for instance, you've placed an order with us, you've placed your first order, I've given you a loyalty card. Then you go and tell your friend. Obviously nobody eats a cake alone, by the way. A cake lazima ikuwe tuna crowd 2, 3, 4 people. So the next time somebody maybe from your birthday atakuja, ulitoa wapi cake, utamwambia mimi nitoa Shabel. Then ko like hebu nipe contact. The moment that person comes to place the order with us, on our receipt kuna kuanga na a referral code. So somebody I'll be like, nani alikurefer? I was referred by Alan. And then Alan, he took a loyalty card and I have his number already. Like there's that detail ya Alan. So kama ni Alan alikurefer, Alan gets the card na fill kwa Alan. I'll give you yours. But now it will be empty. So it's upon you to go and refer another person so that nikujazie. So unapata, I have like, for instance, in Masen, we've redeemed a lot. Because unapata, uyu, aliambia ule, everybody now starts assuming like, in Kisumu by the time I was living, had like almost 200 loyalty cards outside. So everybody is looking for somebody. So me nimepeana keki 200. But outside there, I have 200 people looking for wanajitafuta wenyewe. So unapata kuna mtu atakuja like ameshajaza, huyu anakuja hadi anamleta hadi kwa shop, mimi ndio nimemrefer, so this is my ndamjazia. Huyu anachukua yake, next time ataambiwa mtu akikuja siku birthday, huyu atamwambia ule, yeye ataambia mimi sasa. So I find it like unapata they try to bring wanajileta. Alafu tena considering the cake itself, it's so inipoa, si ati una convince mtu kitu mbaya, becomes easier. So for me, I maintain them through that. Then the other thing pia ni riziki kutoka kwa Mungu.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
True. And looking at it, umesema there are a lot of challenges that you faced. Unajua kila mtu lazima kuna time anachomanga kwa kazi. Kuna siku shai bake cake kwa like, hey!
Oh my God.
God. Uko sure ndio ilikuwa passion?
Yeah, that one. That one happened, by the way. My first wedding cake. Guy. I think I
was it in Mombasa or Kisumu?
It was in Kisumu. Huko bado tujatoa wedding. I think I was nervous. Like, I never thought somebody could place a wedding cake. Najua sasa alafu hiyo keki ana place order ako Nakuru. The wedding is in Nakuru, but she wants me to do the cake from Kisumu. The whole blunder began with the baking. Me, I think I got so nervous, so nilikuwa nikasema sita bake kidogo, I'll do a whole mix mara moja. I messed. I can even remember that day, and I just feel the way my stomach was rumbling. I mixed the whole cake mara moja na nikam over mix, like badala niweke ratio 1:1:1 nikeka ratio 1:2 like nika destroy. So get it, like alafu nilikuwa najua ni cake ya kutravel, so I was on the last. Sikutaka kubake mapema because lazima tu nilikuwa najua nitabake kama leo nifanye finishing kesho, nitoke kesho jioni niteremke, so sikuwa na time. Alafu unajua nimebuy vitu nimestock. Imagine I messed the whole, niliharibu keki zote, and they were like 1 2 3 like 1 2 3 7 cakes zote zikaharibika. Na by the time na realize imeharibika, it's around usiku saa 6 saa 7. So mimi nilikuwa najua nitamaliza kubake saa 7 nilale, niamke kitu saa 2 nianze kufanya finishing, ni travel jioni. So keki zote zimeharibika na ni usiku, it's around hivyo usiku. Aya materials hata ni bahati tu I had extra, because kama hiyo time singekuwa na extra materials, unajua sasa shops zimefunga and everything. Then imagine this, nikaanza tena kumix again, so naona nimeharibu all those mixtures, so I had to throw them and then remix. By the time I'm remixing, I still did the same mistake.
Oh my God.
Like ni the second mixture bado najichocha cha nitoe mara moja, na kuna hesabu si aki hapo nikasha wacha hata baking as a passion, mathematics as a course hapo ndio nilipiga chenga kwa like shanga nilifanya hesabu gani as in 450 times 450 times 2 ni si 900, yani I don't know. Nika mix the wrong, it was no cake we start with prestige and sugar. I still did the wrong thing. But then I was so tired. It was around, sasa imefika past, iko inaelekea sasa saa 8 saa 9. I was so tired. Nikasema hata kama nimemix vibaya, let me just sleep. Nitarauka asubuhi. Acha kwanza nilale kidogo. I think saa ile nililala ndo nikakumbuka. Ai Maria. He times he so he. You know, I was like, oh my God. Imagine I would have done the same mistake. So by the time I slept for like an hour or 2. So ndo nikaamka ndo I did the correct thing. So nikaona ikumbe kwa hivyo venye nimeshaeka hii na hii I can correct it by multiplying this again on like that whole mix. So now that's what happened, like ndo nikabisa. So now it's around 5. Keki zinafaa zifanywe finishing, nafaa nitoke Kisumu saa 10, nafaa nifike Nax. Your wedding ni it was a whole pressure thing. So hapo na nilienda to loss ile too proper like
But did you manage to make a good cake?
Yeah, I did, because they were happy. They were like, and then that lady also placed another order for her birthday.
At least she placed an order.
Yeah, she came back for Valentine's. She already has promised me another order for her son.
Okay.
Her son is going somewhere to do some game. So already akaniambia, ikikuja September, I'll place the order with you. So I still did a good cake, but your night was strong.
Wait, hata nimekuhurumia.
So your miss yote ilikuwa ya siku moja tu.
Yeah, like hiyo ilikuwa that one that hapo na nilienda Sara. Others pia ziko hapa na pale.
Yeah, but that one was the major.
Considering it's a wedding cake.
We are sorry. But apart from your location, where are you actually located in Bamburi as we wind up?
Bamburi, there is
Mwisho Mtambo.
Bamburi Mwisho. Just after the Kiembeni Junction. There is a shop there. Iko in the new Bamburi Nanchi Sacco Plaza. It's there. Iko hapo tu chini, the doors are branded Shabelivo, so you can come there, you can stop by there. Can place your orders with us. You can tell friends to tell friends. Yeah. Okay,
and where do we find you if we are not able to come for a physical location? Where do we find you?
Okay, in Facebook. I think we have a Facebook. I don't think we have a Facebook page. At Shabel Cake Empire. Shabel's Facebook is a little bit more active than Instagram, but them at this Facebook you can find her, even Instagram at Shabel Cake Empire. Then of course now contacts, phone numbers you can always call, WhatsApp.
All right, thank you for coming. Alafu tukimalizia, wewe uliacha job ukaenda kuanza busy and you didn't have anything to you, like you were not as prepared as you say. So there's someone out there who's thinking sijui niache hii kazi niende sijui mahali nifanye, lakini ako na hizo second thoughts, or they are not even sure about their next move. Probably at the back of their mind they know what they want, but hawajui kama the move they're going to make is right. What would you tell them?
Okay, this is what I would say. Like, that whole question, I can't really answer it as in with a statement one or two. Like, to make that decision, at a when you make, I just didn't wake up and decide this and this and this. Like, but you just don't wake up. Unaweza make a very drastic, you can make a wrong. It just doesn't come. Kama, I think I've said it is more of God's timing. Like, but then unaweza pata you, before hata mimi niache, trust me, I had even written a resignation at that same company like 6 months before that. So si ati sikuwa nataka kuacha. The thought just doesn't come today, nataka kuacha nifanye vitu zangu, and then you're like, yeah, let me just take it. Unaweza fanya blunder. So it's more of a process. Even though hujajipanga physically or even thing, it starts in your mind. Like kuna ile, there has to be something. You just don't, hiyo kitu unaanza, unajua nataka kuanza, naweza anzaje, unaanza kufikiria kidogo to some small bits. But me, this will tell you, if you're feeling like doing something na unajiaminia, like you trust yourself and your heart is there and you kuna ile unajiaminia tu vizuri, don't second guess it. Na pia ni ile si hapo unaanzanga it starts in your mind, kama you know I want to do this thing and I'm really into it and I'm accepting. You know, some people be like, I want train. Then rain comes, then you start, I don't want mud. Taking that step comes with other things. It's just not about starting my own thing. Comes with a whole other. Are you prepared? Fine, you're going to leave job. Are you prepared for this and this? Do you have the stamina for this and this? Like usiseme tu naacha unaenda ufanyie hivyo. So it's a whole, it's more like where's the advice mtu kama, I don't know if somebody can listen to me right now alafu aseme I have inspired enough. It takes a whole like si kitu nezambia tu mtu leo hivyo. But me, I would say this, if you have it in your heart and you have a plan, at least have something. Hata mimi nikitoka nilikuwa najua naweza enda Maseno. Like at least naweza, sijaifikiria vizuri, I don't really have a nice business plan to eat and everything, but there is something that has to give you that thing. So me, I would say, as long as you're pursuing something and you have something to hold on to it, pia that faith and everything, just usijifungie. Just take they say you step into that greater knowing. There in that greater knowing, you meet God's grace, you meet God's purpose, you meet support, but then you have to, it's God's time. Ikifika you wewe inakuwa imefika tu. Kama ni yako nitakupata tu.
Wow. Yeah. That has been Mary from Shabel Cake Empire. You can of course visit their Facebook or Instagram if you want to book a cake, to place an order. And of course pia umesikia kuna loyalty cards. When you go place your order, get your cake, and then you refer someone or come another time, you'll always get your card filled in, and then you can always redeem it. What a nice place to order a cake from. So also you can visit them physically pale junction ya kwenda Kiembeni hapo Bamburi Complex Wananchi.
Bamburi Wananchi sako.
Bamburi Wananchi sako hapo hivyo, you can find them, go visit them, buy a few cakes, you know, na usherehekee. Tumeambiwa keki au kuli peke yako, unakula na watu wengi. Anyway, thank you so much for coming and inspiring us through your journey as a baker, and we hope to see you more and more doing greater things right here in Mombasa.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It is around 5 minutes to 10 a.m. A very good morning to you.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.